Who knows?
Hey, we're live.
Oh, what a day.
Y'all, Meta's down. I don't know if you've heard. We're not on Facebook, but we're still going to talk ads.
Mm-hmm.
So
Because we can.
there is some, do you have it open or do I have it open? Hang
Have
on.
what open? I don't have anything open.
It was a loop. Okay, cool. Yay! All we have friends here. This is great. Okay. This has been quite interesting, with that being down, we're pivoting over to YouTube. And I'm sure we'll post this in the Facebook groups when it's time. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. If you can't get into Meta, it's not you.
It's not you, it's them.
Mm-hmm. Which is what we like. It's never you. It's always them.
All right. Well, my name is Micaela Royer. I'm the founder and CEO here at the Streamlined Studio, where we help dance studios run their business with automation and grow it. And today we have Jennifer Randall. Welcome,
Woo!
welcome. Do you want to give a quick intro?
Yeah, I am Jennifer Randall. I am founder and CEO of Attract and Roll, and we are essentially an ad agency, full service, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Google. And then we also help you create content for your socials. And we only work with dance studios.
Love it. Yeah, and Jennifer was actually a studio owner herself.
I was 15 long, beautiful years. No,
Marketing.
it is, yeah. I owned a studio in Seattle, and then it was just one of my teachers was getting really close to either walking away or she wanted to have it, and so it was perfect time for her. I wasn't quite ready, but it was the best thing for me. I had just worked myself so far out of it that no one really knew who I was, which was kind of a blessing and a curse because you get everything. Like you walk in and you get it. You get the real stuff. Yeah. Which is good. Sometimes it's great. You're like, oh my God, that's so great. And then other times you're like, oh yeah, okay, there's room for improvement.
We can all relate to that, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, we're here because next week is Ad Fest. If you haven't heard of that, I'm going to post a comment here in the chat. And it's the sign up page for this incredible 3-day event that we're hosting together. You need to be there. Ad Fest. Day one, we're talking all about the tools, right? Like how to navigate them. I'll be honest, I still get really backwards about all this, so I'm really excited to hear Jennifer talk about them. And then day two, we're talking all about setting up the ad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what are the buttons to click? It's really, really the nitty gritty of it all. And then day three is all about analytics, how to know if it's working, how to know what to do if it's not working, and then also how to put your follow up on autopilot.
Mm-hmm. And what to do if it is working, because sometimes it just works. Like we just assume it's never working, but
that's a good point. Yeah.
What do we do if it is working?
Yeah, and you got a better chance of it working if you follow what she tells you.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly right. There's a link. It's in the chat. I also have it up here on the screen. Go ahead and sign up for this free 3-day event. You're not going to want to miss it. But today we're talking all about major ad mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
And even though Meta is down, ads library isn't. So we can actually snoop around on some ads. And Jennifer has some pulled up that we're going to talk about. And if you want, if we're here live and you want us to pull up your area and look around and see what's happening, let us know. Put your city in the chat, and we'll do some snooping together. Okay?
Yeah. Or even if you are running an ad right now, let us know, and we'll pull that up and give you some feedback on it as well. Yeah, Facebook has this amazing tool that hardly anyone knows about, and it is called Facebook Ad Library. And basically it has every ad that has ever been run on it, both current and previous, so you can look them up and just really dive into, what's running in your area. I can give you a quick idea of what's working, what's not working. And then I'm going to show you guys too today, a studio that we have running ads for that are working very well. And we'll dive into why those are working. But yeah.
All right, let's get started.
Okay. Let me share my screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'm afraid to go away from ad library because I'm afraid if I close the screen and start it over again, that Facebook will kick me out.
Oh, and then you'll never get back in.
And then I'll never get back in. Okay, can you see my screen? Oh, wait, you have to pop it in there.
I will. I'll bring it on.
Okay, here we go. Okay, this is like my favorite place to hang out. I don't know if you guys know this, but get rid of all of this stuff. And if you just type in facebook.com/ads/library, it will pull up this really handy tool. And so if you want to look for stuff in your area, we're going to make sure you click on all ads. And then you can type in whatever you want. I'm going to type in dance studio, but maybe, what are we going to do? Chicago?
Sure.
Okay.
There's gonna
So
be
now you can see all of the ads here that were launched just in March. And I want to dive into a couple like kid focused ads. So, all right. So this is one. I have no idea whose studio this is. So hopefully it's no one that's watching this, or maybe it is. I don't know. It's totally random. Okay. So one thing about this, I don't know how many mistakes we're going to go into, but I can just dive into one of them for right now.
Yeah, what's the one that's off the top of your head? Like as soon as you see this?
As soon as I see this, this ad has more to do about the studio than it actually does about why the parent should choose you.
Yeah.
Right. And so there's I wonder if I can, yeah, is that better if I make it bigger? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna zoom in.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. There we go. So I mean, the graphics are super cute. I mean, you obviously know it's dance for kids. But we don't necessarily need to know the times. The whole point of an ad is to get someone's information, right? Like name, email, and phone number, instead of giving them everything all at once. And so again, this has nothing, is exactly what the graphic says. Instead of having some sort of hook that makes the parent go, oh, like in the first, like, you know what I mean? Like in the first 3 to 4 seconds, you want a parent to feel something. And so the challenge, maybe not the challenge, I think the fun part about it is trying to figure out which emotion your parents latch onto in your area. So sometimes fear-based, even though I don't want to be like that kind of person. Sometimes, this is what I go to a lot for examples, but is your child spending too much time in front of their screens is a really great fear.
It's a big one.
It's a really great,
millennial parents.
Exactly. It's a fear-based emotion that all of a sudden makes a parent stop and go, oh, I don't know, am I? And then you can read on. And what we usually follow with that is some sort of stat.
Like the proof is in the pudding.
Like Google stat. You could even be like, 40% of kids under the age of 3 spend X number of hours on a screen, right? So now we've created that emotion. We've brought proof that their emotion is validated. And then we can go into how we can help make that fear a little less. Like we can take that fear of emotion away. And I know that like this is when people start to glaze over when I start doing this, because they're like, oh my God, I hate that. Like I hate doing
to think about.
Right. And people are like, oh, it's so much to think about. But what I usually will say is go just, if you get in your head about it, go on to social and spend 10 minutes scrolling and really stop and think about what you stopped on an ad. Like what made you stop on an ad and then go back and start writing, because it'll start to get the juices flowing of, okay, now I know where I kind of want to go with this. The other emotion that works really well is provide the best activity for your child, like in your area, or name of your town, parents, provide the best activity. All of a sudden every parent wants the best for their child. So you're going to stop and look at that and go, oh, maybe the place I'm taking them is not the best. And then you follow that up with, we've been, in our community for X number of years, or we've won blah, 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 or that kind of thing. Like we're following that hook, that emotion up with some validation.
Yeah.
This doesn't make me have to do anything.
What do you think about ages on here? Because when I'm looking at this, I think those kids are maybe what, like 7? Like maybe 6 to 8?
Maybe. Yeah. So here's the thing with ages and graphics. Facebook, well, when it's running, their AI Advantage Plus targeting, and I know we're going to dive into this next week a lot, has gotten so good that it can scan the ad and then it can recognize the ages of the kids and then put it in front of parents
that have kids that
that
age.
have kids those ages.
It's so creepy.
And it's super, I think it's super cool. You think it's super creepy, but it's like, a little bit of both. So it has that capability now. So we don't have to put in parents of specific ages anymore.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So the trick is the people who you want to target, the parents that you want to target, make sure you have kids in the picture that are the age that you want to target.
Correct.
Sick.
Yeah. I know. This technology has been around. Whoa. This technology has been around for a while. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Let me go back. Uh-huh. Come on, Facebook. Okay. Yeah, this technology has been around for a while. And the idea of being able, now you get to see it actually. The idea of being able to look at an ad and the graphics inside of it has been around for a while. It's just now coming to the used for us to basically. Yeah, because there have been, people, again, creepy or cool, there have been softwares out there for the last 10 years that you can program, Coke or logos or stuff like that, and it scans all of social and it's basically social listening and can go, hey,
yeah, that's right.
Coke has showed up on this number of platforms this many times, that kind of thing. So it's just now starting to come to us. This is like us being able to use AI at its best.
Yeah. Okay, where does this go?
Okay, I don't know how many mistakes we've been at for now, but this is going to be mistake number 1. So this is an ad for kids. And it's taking me to a website that looks like it's adults.
Yeah.
For 1.
Yeah.
2, if a video is there, make sure it's autoplay. So at least when we get there, it plays, right away. And then also, again, there's 0 call to action. There was 0 call to action on the ad, and there's 0 call to action here.
I see the phone number right there, and I just heard a stat yesterday that less than 3% of people who land on your website or social media actually call you.
Yeah. The only caveat I would say is if you're running on like a boosted post, on
Mhm.
Facebook or Instagram, and the call to action is call because you're
Yeah.
on your phone. And
Yeah.
so we've used that a couple times, but never for an ad, always for like a boosted post.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's no call to action. And if I hover over something, like
There's
this
really
does
you
not,
don't know where to go.
I don't know where to go, and this video pops up like automatically. I can't, if I switch, it keeps popping up.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, right? So I can't, anyway, this would be a big no.
Yeah. So let's talk about what we would do instead.
Yay! That's my favorite.
Yeah.
All right. So we have an ad running right now that's performing really well. We actually have 2 ads running, and I'll explain why. This one is, you'll notice it's let your kids discover the joy of music. Obviously, we're like, okay, we're pulling on the heartstrings of, have you not signed your kids up for something that is going to help them with movement or that kind of stuff? And then this is friendly environment. It's pulling on this joy movement, and then first class is free. So there's a call to action, and the emojis work. I know they sound really. It looks like
They catch your attention. I
yeah.
usually don't end up reading the caption of a lot of things if I don't see an emoji because then that like pulls me in.
Well,
Yeah.
the other thing too is studies have shown that we can't comprehend more than 2 lines of text moving as fast as we move
Mhm.
on
Makes
news feeds. So you really always want to break up the text, never make it more than 2 lines. So that's one of the things that we're going to do. You'll notice that we're talking about the big dreams again, and then we have a very clear call to action here with the call to action. This, if Meta was working, you would see goes. I don't know if it's gonna. Oh, maybe it's gonna work. No, it's not.
No.
No. Would go directly to a lead form where we're gathering name, email, and phone number. That's it.
Mhm.
And it goes directly into an automation, which
Yep.
Micaela, you know, that is key. So this one is working really well because once people give their name, email, and phone number, you can start that conversation and you can really follow the journey
Mhm.
from them knowing nothing about you to them getting to know you to coming in for a trial to whatever. So yeah, so that is why this one has been working really well. And we've had this running. We updated it March 1st. But that was just honestly, that was a budget update. We
Okay.
didn't change anything to the actual ad or copy or anything. This one is the other one that we are learning or using. And I would have separated this a little bit, to be honest. But it flowed really easily, like quickly.
Yeah.
So we left it. I might play around with it, like if we notice things were kind of going a little south, but so far so good.
Mhm.
This one's unique because it has a lot of text,
Yeah.
but still not giving away too much information. Like we're really getting people. We want people to click, learn more, to learn more about it. So we're pulling on like, okay, homeschool parents mostly for this one is what she wants to dive into. We have a child who's kind of that age range. Can't really see her face, so you can kind of get like a younger, could be an older,
Yeah.
whatever. Um, and then we do have daytime classes in here. So
Okay.
that is one of the things that you'll notice is this one is targeting daytime parents. Again, this is going to sound weird, but the audience for both of these is exactly the same with Advantage Plus.
It's just wild how
I
that
know, right? Like, it's
like
totally wild, but it's pulling in completely different demographics. And then this one, typically we would never run an ad to a homepage,
Mhm.
except we have a really nice chatbot here, and normally we've already played with this a little bit, but it'll say, "Hi, I'm Rachel. Can I help you with anything?" And then this is what happens: is this little chatbot will pop up, and then the exact same thing, name, email, phone number, and then they can type in a little message. It goes right into her automation, so that her automations can start instantly as well. So these are the two that are performing really well right now. And this lead form is pulling in I would say probably 5% more leads than an actual lead form on Facebook, which, because of today, may actually be a good thing. But we can track, where these are coming from. So if they're coming from Facebook, we have a pixel that we can track it. And then we have a whole separate one for Google, but that's a whole different day. But
Yeah.
yeah. So those are the two, and that's the reason that they're working so well right now is A, we're collecting name, email, and phone number.
Mhm.
And B, there's an emotion
In the copy.
in the copy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The very first line. It has nothing to do with the studio.
And I think another observation that I've made is that on the imagery, um, the kids stand out more.
Mhm.
And the call to action is the big text.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see so many times where the studio logo is like the biggest thing on the ad.
Yeah, it is one of those things. Like, even if I pulled up, like, I have no idea who these people are, so oh, we may get a lot of weird ads here.
Mhm.
No, let's go LA. So Tutu School does actually a fairly good job. Oh, no. With their ads, because their creatives are so good.
Yeah.
Um,
Is it gonna let you play it? Aw. Sweet.
to see it made you do the
It did,
aw.
yeah.
Yeah, it did. Um, but these are so easy to create.
In Canva, dude,
They're
you
so
can do
easy to create
everything now.
in anything, but you'll notice that it started out not about them.
No.
It started out about it's it's for everyone.
About the child and,
And
like
and then it went into here's why.
yeah. And if you saw in the caption, they got the first line that what you were talking about earlier is the best blank. I can't remember what it said. The best dance classes and activities for kids.
Mhm.
Boom. I'll vouch for that. I mean, Franklin's 2.5 right now, but I mean, when I'm looking for anything for him, I'm like, I want the best.
Yeah, it is. It is. And if you can back that up, um, it's even better, right? Like,
Yeah. Like I care about him learning something. I care about him having fun and like being engaged. And I care about him making friends
yeah.
and like learning how to be social.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one is, I could go on all day, but this one is not amazing copy
Mhm.
because starting with a question like this is not great anymore. The copy is great, or the graphics are great. I think they're very entertaining, right? But
Cute.
if this why choose us for your child should have been first, or why to we could have done something along the lines of
It's also below the line break. Like they're gonna
it
have to
is. They're
click
not going to see
more.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it could have been like, growth, connection, and boundless creativity is why you should choose LA School of Dance for your child. Instead of
Mhm.
making it a question, make it a statement. And then you could go into at LA School, we offer more than just clinic. We're your teachers or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Again, this should have been I would have phrased it a little bit differently. And I don't know where this is going, but yeah, it looks like it's going
There we
to
go.
some
Lead
sort of
form.
lead form. So yeah. So I don't know how well this one's doing, but again, someone helped them with this because having the exact same graphics
Mhm.
as what the ad is creates it creates this like sense of security for the parent because they
Yeah,
know
they're in the right place.
they're in the right place.
Mhm.
So that first one where we were on a page with the ad was kids and then it went to the web page, it was all
The
adults.
adult or the
And
adult.
there's that now you've yeah, and the whole point of this is to build like a relationship and trust. And so when you do that, you lose that sense of trust,
Mhm.
security. So yeah, so this is great. I would change the ad copy, but yeah.
What do you think about like I don't know what it's called, but where it says book a free dance class now. What do you think about using that placement for stuff like that?
So I would ask them how this is performing first. If it's
Mhm.
performing really well, then great. Um, this is counterintuitive to me. Book a free dance class now and then learn more. I
Yeah.
would have put book now
Yeah.
here instead of learn more. Again, I'm having to use, I know it sounds weird, but there's an actual real thing called brain calories.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And
Very true.
I'm having to use brain calories to figure out that if I click this, am I learning more or am I booking now? And I
Yep.
think a lot of times studio owners go, okay, I'm going to put learn more because it feels less pushy.
But that's not but that like but it's less clear.
It's definitely less clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's probably stopping people from actually taking action.
Yeah. It makes me feel like I have to put a lot of energy. Also, when I see learn more, I feel like it's not really the next step. I'm just trying to figure out if it's the next step. And that is
Mhm.
like, okay, I don't really have time for this right now.
And then you're
I'll
gone
save it for
because your
later.
brain calories went, I
Yeah. Yeah.
have too many other things to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I like this, but I would make the copy a little bit more consistent. This says reserve your free trial class. This one says book a free class. So I would make sure these were all the same.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's good, but yeah.
This has been really great. And
Ah,
if you've been watching, we've gone through several ads now. I would love to know what is that
yeah.
aha moment and what are you going to fix in your ads? Or gosh, what do you hope to learn at Ads Fest now that you've seen just all the differences in what's possible? Um, because there's so much that we're going to go through. I mean,
Mhm. Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be really fun. And I think one of the things that is gonna make it a really fun 3 days is that you're gonna walk away without having a to-do list, but just stuff done.
yeah, yeah,
So you'll be ready for summer, you'll have a plan, like, I think it'll be really good.
yeah. Yeah. You're gonna have that confidence going away and the clarity, everything you need.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Yeah.
do it yourself or feel confident delegating it to someone or
Yeah.
hiring someone because you know what the heck is going on.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly. And I think part of it too is like as studio owner and saying I was the same way. I don't know how many are like me, but I liked to know how things were done. I didn't necessarily want to do them myself, but I really did want to know like, okay, why are we doing this? And giving the team direction was really important.
Well, helps you be a better leader.
Yeah,
Yeah, and troubleshoot.
I could do this all day, you guys. I could scroll ad library all day.
I can tell, and I think I need to do this more just to see what's out there.
Yeah, like this is great again, but this is fine. But we already have this here, so why should I why should I sign up for a free chess class?
Yeah, it's like the whole first couple sentences up there.
Yeah,
Well, it should just be it's the perfect chance for your young dancer to leap into, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
the whole first two lines can be cut
And
out.
this does not look like a 6 to 13-year-old.
No.
Yeah,
I would
silly.
also like to point out that sometimes, and I'm like this too, like anything that's representing my business, I want it to look perfect. However, parents don't expect, well, I guess I shouldn't say all parents, but most parents are intimidated when they see things like this because they're
Yeah.
like, my kid does not look like that.
No, because if you look at this, if you go, which one is easier for a parent to scroll past and picture their kid in? This one or this one?
Totally. Like I would stop on that.
Y- Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's great because there's no text on it, no copy on it. But it definitely gets you to stop and look at it. Anyhow.
I love it. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pull up our AdFest page so that people know where to go sign up. By the way, it's totally free.
And yay for YouTube not being down today.
Woo! Kudos. They're coming in hot.
Oh god.
Okay. So if you go to the streamlinestudio.com and you'll see right here, join us for AdFest. Yay. Or you can just go to our menu page right there. Both buttons will take you to the same place. All right, there we go. And click here, you can register. But if you want to learn more about it, you can see the whole thing right here. This is everything that we're going to go into. So day one, next Tuesday, I did not change the times. Ignore this. We're going, it's at 12 p.m. Eastern, not 11 a.m. Oh my gosh.
That's okay. That is why
Good times.
it
Good
happened.
times.
Yeah.
I'll change that today. You won't even see it if you come here later. All right. Anyway, 12 p.m. each and every day. Then we have, so first day is orientation day. Like I said, we're going to be going through Facebook Business Suite, Ads Manager, Business Manager. Basically, we want you to know exactly what they are, what they do, and how you can use them.
That would make my heart so happy.
Wouldn't it? Yeah. I mean, because how many times, like, really, does Facebook need all those things? I remember when it was just your page
Hmm.
and ads manager.
You do need them.
But yeah, and I'll be learning along with you because some of the things I'm like, oh, Jen, where do I go?
I'm so
So,
excited.
right.
As long as it's back up.
It's going to be great. And then day two, we're going to talk nuts and bolts. So
Yeah.
we're going to roll up our sleeves and you're going to finally understand what it takes to build your first ad and do it right. So we're going to be showing you how to click all through Ads Manager to build out that ad. And she's also going to talk about Advantage Plus, which is super mystical, I think. and how it works. So this is
I just spent 10 days, well, with you, half of it in San Diego. And then the other half, I was at Social Media Marketing World. And we really dove into like advanced ad settings. And you guys, it's mind blowing what
oh, I
is
can't wait.
working and what's coming and all the things.
Mm, love it.
Yep. I
And
can't wait.
then day 3, you're gonna have light bulbs go off here because now that you know where to go and you know how to set it up, now we're gonna talk about pulling everything together and understanding how to read your stats on your ad, how to know when they're working because it will happen if you follow Jen's formula, but what to do if it's not, and how to know if it's not. And then I'm throwing in like a little bonus session after the third day. It's still on day 3, but the second hour of it, I'm going to do a little automation boot camp because one of my passions is making sure that when your ads are working, you're not chasing your tail trying to follow up with these people. So we're going to walk through what that looks like, what you should have to support your ads and all of that effort so that you're not spending all of your gosh darn time in your inbox or even on Facebook Messenger. Anyway, go there, register for free, and should we let them in on what's coming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're pulling together. It'll be very, very soon, like literally within the next day or so. We're going to have our ads resource bundle out on pre-order. This is going to be available at AdFest where you can purchase. It's not $1,000, guys. It's super affordable. It's going to have templates in there for you. Jen has like Chat GPT or like AI prompts.
I have my favorite AI prompts that will help you with all that awful copy that we just went through that everyone else is using that you will never ever have to do again. Never. And then I have a grid. I call it my grid, like my holy grail of it basically tells you what to fix on your ads when something is not working.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And then I've got some Zapier stuff I'm going to throw in there so you know how to connect your ad to automations, and even an example workflow that'll go right in there. It's going to be great. All right. We're going to hop off here, but this was so much fun. I hope you had fun.
Yeah. Hope you learned something.
I know.
And hope everyone gets, their Facebook back today or some way.
Mm-hmm. We will be running this 3-day event in Zoom, so we don't have to worry about Facebook. Just as long as Zoom isn't down, we'll be fine. Yeah, we definitely need to cross our fingers for that and like
knock on wood.
Oh shoot.
Okay, I love it. All right.
All right, well, we'll see y'all later. Bye now.